Hello. Hello, hello. It's just adjusting. I am still getting used to doing a YouTube live, but I am happy to be here. Happy to be back. I think the last time I did a live was it winter solstice? I think that might be the last time I actually went live on YouTube. So, welcome, welcome. Happy spring eve. Oh my goodness. Can you hear me okay? I'm hearing a crazy echo. Hang on. Can anybody hear? All right. I don't know. Not yet. This is so distracting. All right. Can you guys see the chat? Can anybody tell me um how you're hearing me? Tech is always a thing. Okay, I feel like there are people live, I'm not seeing any chat. Okay, I'm gonna try unplugging the okay, I'm not using the mic. Hang on. Okay, I think I figured it out. Yes, okay, oh my gosh, I figured it out. Okay, can you hear me? I figured it out. I had another window open. Okay, Amanda and Tech are not besties. Hi Nadeem, welcome. Okay, so we're here, we're settling in, we're recalibrating. That has been a big theme. So I don't know if you have seen my recent videos, but I did one maybe I think 2 videos ago that was titled recalibration. And that's very much what I feel many people have been experiencing over the last couple months, especially since Pluto shifted into Aquarius according to the tropical zodiac, tropical astrology. And of course, True Sky and Sidereal say that we're shifting into Capricorn. I have thoughts on this, but it doesn't matter for this particular video. Right now, we are at the threshold of a major shift in humanity. We've been talking about this for a long time. And the equinox is really the start of the new year, the spring equinox, when it comes to actually recalibrating to the natural rhythms and cycles of our earth, which is a huge layer of the recalibration that I personally feel we're being called to deepen into. So, 2024 energies came in like really fast and furious. And then there was kind of this like, it's like, yes, calibrate to the frequencies and energies of what's coming in, all the new energies that are coming in, but it's not quite time yet. And that's what we have to remember and recalibrate to is the natural rhythms and cycles of when it is time to be in winter and in stillness and to nurture those seeds so that come springtime, come now, those seeds are actually ready to be birthed into reality. Because think about a baby being premature. When the baby comes early, there may be complications. It may not be as strong. It's going to need a lot of extra care and nurturing just to get it to the point of being safe and healthy compared to what it would have been if it was full term. So, similarly, because we are here on this journey of rebirthing humanity, resurrecting humanity into our divinity, we are similarly being called to really connect with these rhythms and cycles and to really nurture our creations before we give birth to them, to make sure that foundation is really solid and anchored in within us first and foremost, because for many of us who are here to bring forth new systems and ways of being, we are the source. We are the creation, the birther of the creation. And so, whatever it is that you're creating, or whatever it is that you're here to embody, we've got to make sure that inner foundation is really solid and stable. And for many of us, that's very practical at a nervous system level. So when we talk about recalibrating, we can talk about recalibrating the nervous system to these very high frequency energies that have been coming in. So for many of us, it is kind of that those birthing pains that we've been feeling, because we are really anchoring in a lot of very high frequency energies and simultaneously releasing a lot that is not aligned with these new ways of being. And that looks and feels like physical symptoms. I know many, many people have been experiencing illness and physical symptoms. Another story for another day, but part of my recalibration is the collaboration that I have been cultivating on multiple different projects within my business. I've been collaborating with people, and because of situations that they're going through, not just me, but what they're going through, there's been cancellations, postponements, total recalibration and shift of what the project looks like. So it's been really fascinating, because I love the idea of collaboration, and yet it just hasn't been aligning. And I think for some people, it's just been too soon, or there was some kind of energetic mismatch for one project. It was definitely too soon. So, and sharing all of this because, yes, we're all going through it, and there's a lot that we're going through as we recalibrate. So, I just want to, remind people what the essence of the equinox is about. So the equinox is a balance point of the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine. And it's about bringing into harmony. So it is that perfect balance point. Technically it was yesterday, but we're kind of in this portal. It was a day early because of leap year, and so time is feeling less and less real, quote unquote. So this is really a gateway into a new beginning, the rebirth of spring. We always associate spring with new life, of course. But as we collectively recalibrate to nature, reconnect with nature, which we have become so disconnected from, we're really being called to embody that ourselves as well. So we can look at it as a portal of manifestation and intention. And Mother Nature herself, we can look at it as she is resurrecting, because the trees are coming back to life, the flowers are beginning to blossom, and the birds and the bees and the butterflies. I have been seeing a lot of bird energy, especially since yesterday. So before we get into the meditation, I'll just share a little bit more. But it's just it's been so interesting to look at the external reflections and the signs in my environment and the messages that are coming through that are just so deeply in alignment. And literally yesterday, I woke up with the number 1111 in my head. That's the second time I've just woken up with a number as a message. 108 came through the night before. So it's interesting, actually. I'm just putting this piece together now. I woke up the night before Pluto shifted into the new sign on, it was January 19th when I woke up with 108 in my head, and I saw a bald eagle, a real life bald eagle, flying that afternoon, and it swooped down into the lake. It like kind of circled around a couple times. It was almost as if to make sure I would see it fully and receive the message myself. It swooped into the lake right in front of me and then flew off. But my friend had seen it, and she's like, "Oh, there's an eagle." And I came out expecting it to be long gone, but it had gone back and forth a couple times. And then after it swooped into the lake and flew off, then it flew off. It was really interesting. And then yesterday I woke up with 1111 and there was a hawk sitting right there on the tree. So they're both very powerful bird symbols of freedom. So I obviously called this rebirth into freedom. So birds always signify freedom, spreading our wings, soaring. And for me, the eagle represents, so it is the second symbol for Scorpio, which is the only zodiac sign that has three different symbols associated with it, and it's kind of that process of alchemy that it all symbolizes. So it's the scorpion to the eagle to the phoenix. So the eagle represents the level of mastery and having that eagle eye vision and that ability to not just climb the mountain, but just to soar right over it. So it's a very powerful symbol and very spiritual for many people, of course, and especially the Native Americans. Their feathers are treasures, and I think it's illegal for certain people to own them. I don't remember all the nuances of that, but they're very, very sacred animals to many traditions, and of course, a symbol for America. But layers to all of these because a lot has been distorted and co-opted and corrupted through that co-option. But what is the original meaning is also another thing that we are recalibrating too. So, and I'll get it more into that later, but the hawk. I was looking up the meaning of the red-tailed hawk, and there's a few meanings associated with it. And both of them to me symbolize strength and grace. But this intelligence and freedom and determination energy comes through. And the hawks themselves, one meaning associated with them anyway, is that they are seen as divine messengers meant to bring guidance from the heavens and ground the guidance out into the physical world. So to me, a beautiful, perfect, symbolic representation of what we are here collectively doing is embodying these divine frequencies through us, anchoring them down through us into Gaia, into Earth, fully human and fully divine, and anchoring these crystalline divine codes into Gaia. And we are the rainbow bridges, is another way to look at that. So the hawk coming yesterday on the day of the equinox, when I woke up with 1111 in my mind, just felt so powerfully symbolic. And this spring, as this time of rebirth, the card that, I kept thinking of this too, the cosmic egg. So perhaps some of you are familiar with the notion of the cosmic egg. This is a very common symbol seen across religions, across sacred traditions of, both the East and the West, this notion of the egg. Mary Magdalene, actually, she's on the cover of this particular deck, the Divine Feminine. She's holding that egg. It's red in this case. I see it as gold myself. It's golden in this image, obviously. I have a golden egg myself, but this is, very, very deeply symbolic of the divine feminine. It is. Hang on, I just wanted to get the note. I wrote notes, 12:44 on the timer. Because okay, this is it, the Rig Veda. I always forget the name of that, but it is a sacred Hindu text. The cosmos is described as a golden egg, a golden egg-shaped womb, if you will. The womb of the cosmos, the womb of the divine feminine, birthing all of creation into existence, is what it really represents, the cosmic egg. And we all carry both the masculine and the feminine energies within us, of course. So we all contain this creation energy, this life force energy, and we all have a different balance. But what is occurring with the rise of the divine feminine is the return, the resurrection of our creation energy, our powerful, potent creation energy. So it is the creative force of the divine feminine that is being rebirthed at this time most potently since our current iteration of humanity has begun. As we embark into this new golden age, this is that seed point, the birthing point, in my humble opinion, 2024, things have been anchored in through us. We've been releasing the old. And with this shift of Pluto occurring, many see this as the start of the new. 2032 will be another big tipping point. But this is the time, this is the year to really anchor things down through us. So, this right now with the spring equinox, the new year, if you will, is this birthing point. And it doesn't mean you have to go, 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 go necessarily, but it is the time to really focus with clear intent on your vision for yourself, what it is you're here to create. And if that just means pen to paper of what it is that you are ready to give birth to, writing it down in your journal, bringing that thought into form in that way, planting those seeds in that way, and taking that first step to make that vision a reality. What is the first aligned action you can take after you write down your intention, for example? But not just for ourselves, we're doing this for the collective. And so, this is what we're going to do in meditation today as well, is to really focus our vision on what we see for the collective. What is this timeline that we are collectively birthing? What is the higher timeline that you see for humanity as we birth heaven on earth? This is what we're being called to do right now, is to collectively create this reality. And I just want to, okay, I wanted to double check the chat, just to make sure I hadn't missed any messages, because I just kind of went there, as I often do. So this is, before we get into meditation, food for thought, notes for self inquiry. This is rebirth, this is birth, this is new beginning, expansion of life, expansion perhaps of what it is you're here to create, of your vision. So, what is it that you are here to bring life to in this moment? And where am I ready to expand? That might be another point of reflection for you. Where am I ready to expand in my life? And, if it feels like you have been delayed, we're also being called to trust the timing, because in many cases, again, getting back to what I was saying before, if we give birth to something too soon, the world may not be ready for it, or we may not be ready to hold the full capacity of its highest potential. So, this is a time to reconnect with those dormant dreams that still lie within. Go back to childhood, because a lot of this journey is about returning to that childlike essence. What lit you up when you were a child? What dreams did you let go of? Sometimes those seeds were planted within us at a young age, and we let go of them because of the programming of the matrix, that it wasn't practical, or a gajillion reasons why we couldn't do that thing that brought us joy, that brought us inspiration. And so we are now inhaling the inspiration from spirit. We are being called to really allow that inspiration to flow through us, to enter down into us from the divine. So when I channel, I often just I keep going and going. So I need to take a breath and calm down before we enter meditation. So I invite you all to do the same. And, I would love to hear in the chat or in the comments later, what is inspiring you in this moment? What signs and synchronicities have been coming to you? What has been flowing through you? What are you ready to release? Because the rebirth comes after the death, of course. And the death, we talk about the ego death. It's kind of tossed around a lot, but we really do have to let go of old parts of ourselves, the old stories, the old programs, and it really isn't easy. So, what are the patterns, the habits, all of that we're ready to let die? And, you don't necessarily have to share that publicly, but at the end of the day, get really honest with yourself. I highly encourage you to really tune in with this balance point of light and dark. This is a beautiful time to see the contrast, the duality of what it is that has maybe served us to getting to this point. All of that stuff has served us in some way. Our soul did ask for that on some level. Ask for that lesson. Ask for that clarity that came through that lesson, perhaps. And so, where are you now, and what are you ready to shift into? And so, this is the balancing of the light and the dark. We integrate the shadow to create a more full spectrum of the light. So, that's that diamond brilliance that gets to shine through as we integrate the shadows, integrate the darkness. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to come through with this meditation and activation. I had little seeds planted, but we'll see. So that's often how it happens for me. So I invite you now to close your eyes, settle in to your body, use the breath to settle more deeply into the present, into the here and now. Get comfortable, find a seat or lie back. Take your time to settle in, deepening your breath, slowing your breath as you do so. Inhale deep into your belly, filling all the way up. And exhale slowly, completely, releasing all that no longer serves you. Continue with this long, slow, deep inhale. And I'll call in the guidance and protection of Mother, Father, God, Source, Light, Consciousness, Spirit of the Most Holy, to bring truth and only truth through to us now, the truth of light and love, to wrap us in a beautiful golden light of protection, to create a pure connection channel to these beautiful source frequencies. Inhale deep into your belly, filling up your rib cage, filling up your chest with beautiful golden light. Exhale and come into a space of total surrender and relaxation. With your next inhale, fill all the way up. Breathe into your heart space, feeling the light of your heart begin to glow brighter. Feel that light expand. And with your exhale, breathe that light into every cell of your body. Inhale deep into your belly, filling up your chest, feeling that light glow brighter, expanding more fully out around your heart space, infusing your cells with this beautiful golden divine light. Take one more deep inhale, filling all the way up, feeling this light grow so bright that it expands out into your aura, into your energy field. And as you exhale, breathe it out into the space around you, merging with this beautiful, protective, golden egg of light that is around you. And now we'll connect with the light 300 feet above you, the light of our great central sun, our spiritual sun, the beautiful divine masculine principle. Breathe down this golden light down through your crown. Invite it down into you, feeling your crown chakra activate as this beautiful golden light pours down through your crown and into your spine, flowing down into every chakra, every energy center of your body. Breathing this beautiful light of the divine masculine into your heart space and breathing it out. Again, filling up that egg with even more golden divine light. Feel the light of your heart grow even brighter as the two lights merge, and allow them to descend down through your root chakra, descending down into your earth star chakra, connecting you with Gaia's grid, her crystalline grid of consciousness, and allow that golden column of light to extend all the way down into her core, her crystalline plasma core of iridescent diamond light frequencies. The beautiful light of the divine feminine in all her shimmering essence. You feel her warmth and motherly love as you feel it flow up, as if through roots, up through the core, through the grid, through your earth star, up into your root chakra, all the way up your spine, into your heart space, filling your heart with the light of the divine feminine. The three lights merge into the Holy Trinity, giving birth into the fullness of who you really are. You feel this beautiful light fill up this golden egg around you, filling with this beautiful blend of the crystalline plasma diamond frequencies and the golden white light, and the light of your own heart space filling up, infusing you and every aspect of your being, every layer, every multidimensional aspect of your being with your core essence. Will now descend into your heart space. You see 5 golden steps appear before you. You descend these golden steps within your heart space slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To see a beautiful emerald portal before you. You step through this emerald portal into the infinitely faceted diamond of your heart space. You look around at the shimmering radiance, reflecting colors you haven't seen before, the full spectrum of light beyond our earthly realms, shimmering, reflecting the infinite possibilities that are available to you. Your attention focuses on one of the facets. What is the light, the color reflecting off of that facet? What is the essence of that facet? You slowly approach, allowing that color to infuse you. And this facet begins to shimmer, it begins to glow, and it becomes a portal beckoning for you to step through. You step through and find yourself in the middle of a beautiful garden, the garden of your heart space, where all seeds are nourished and cultivated through love, all seeds of creation potential that you contain within, all seeds of wisdom, all kernels and codes of truth that you hold. You approach a beautiful temple glowing at the center of this beautiful garden. You look around with awe and reverence at the beauty that lies within you, that lives within you. Breathe it in, the beauty, the essence, the scent of home, the remembrance of who you really are, beginning to flood into every cell of your being. You feel as if you are shimmering yourself, tingling with excitement, with activation of these codes of your unique blueprint that lies within. You step into the temple. At the center of the temple, you see a pillar with a shining golden object atop the center of this pillar. This pedestal holds the gift that is most potent for you now in this moment of rebirth at the equinox. As you get closer, you see it is a beautiful golden egg. This egg is glowing brighter and brighter as you approach. It shimmers and sparkles in the beautiful light of this garden, with the sun shining above. The flowers, the birds, the bees, everything is beautiful and perfect, abundant and bountiful, filled with the essence of joy and possibility. You remember what it feels like to feel free. You focus on the egg and you gently take this beautiful egg, this beautiful gift in the palms of your hands. As you take this egg, it glows brighter and brighter, and you feel it vibrate. And you feel the sense of potential about to burst through. All of a sudden, the egg hatches in a burst of beautiful golden white, shimmering iridescent light. As the light fills the temple space around you with this effervescence filling you, the light settles down and you focus on your palms. You feel the gentle presence of what is ready to be birthed from you. What is it? What is this gift of creation that you are ready to bring forth? Is it an essence of being? Is it a project? Is it a business? Is it a book? Is it a piece of art? Is it an idea? Is it an emotion? What is ready to be birthed within you? You look up to see a being, a beautiful golden white being, materializing more clearly. And when you look into their eyes, you see yourself reflected back. Your higher self gazing back at you with loving eyes of reassurance. You see your full potential radiating back at you. You soak this in with awe and reverence, and the knowing that this is, in fact, who you are, fully human and fully divine, ready to be embodied in your majestic wholeness. Every multidimensional aspect of you coming online so that you can step forward empowered to shine your light forth, to bring your gifts into the world. Gifts birthed through love is what the world needs. Your higher self beckons you back out into the garden. You walk out side by side, and before you is a beautiful vista. You look out and see before you the potential for humanity. You see heaven on earth, heaven manifest on earth. What does it look like? What are we co-creating together? Beautiful, crystalline, clear waters, clear blue skies, fresh air, filled with nothing but the purity of life, the divine essence of the flowers, the fresh scent of the ocean, of the dew, and the forest after a fresh rain. You see lush landscapes, lush forests, expansive deserts filled with possibilities. You see rivers running down beautiful mountains, rivers flowing with freshly melted, pristine snow, that snow shimmering in the distance off the mountain tops. Knowing that this snow, this water running through these clear rivers is the purest water, the purest spring water, the purest fresh water that you have ever tasted, that the world has ever tasted in a long time. The sun is shining brightly overhead, and the flowers and the birds and the bees, and you feel a sense of magic and possibility. What else do you see? What structures have we built? What systems have we created that benefit the all? The sound of children's laughter as they run free, safe through these gardens, safe in the distance, through their beautiful communities where everyone supports and uplifts each other. A world where we remember our innate connection to the all. A world where we remember our connection to the divine. A world where we remember our connection to the source of all, Gaia herself, the source of all life, nurturance, and abundance in this material realm. As we remember that we are responsible for anchoring divinity into Gaia through us, and to be the stewards of the earth, of all her creatures. The crystals, the fairies, the flowers, the creatures of the forest and the seas, of the air, of the insects, of all beings that live here on earth, that all work together in communion, in harmony, to allow the land of milk and honey, to shimmer and shine and give forth life in its purest essence. You gaze at your higher self and thank them for reminding you of what is possible, of what latent potential you hold within to help co create this reality, knowing that it isn't about you and that you are a powerful creator. You are here to co create with the divine, to allow the divine to flow through you. You gaze back out over this majestic landscape and breathe it in into your heart space, taking it with you, knowing that this vision lies within us all. And to allow this spark to move through you, to reside within you as you create. Allow this spark of creation to be birthed into the physical through the vessel of love that you are. You move back through the garden to that shimmering portal, knowing that you can come back here at any time. You step back through the portal into the infinitely faceted crystalline diamond of your heart space, knowing that there are many seeds of potential that reside within you. Which one is ready to be birthed now? You step back through the emerald portal and begin to ascend the golden steps back into the here and now. Breathe deeply into your heart as you carry the beautiful knowings of what is ready to be birthed, the seeds of creation that have been latent and are ready to blossom and bring forth life. Begin to settle back in to the here and now. Use your breath to come back fully into the body. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Source of the highest truth and love, for guiding and protecting us. Thank your guides, thank your angels, anyone else you have called in through the highest frequencies of truth and love. And we'll settle back in. And if you have any questions or comments or anything you'd like to share in the chat, I welcome that. Or in the comment if you're watching this after the live. If you're tuning in afterward, welcome and thank you for being here. And thank you all who are present now. Hello, Justin. Happy Wednesday to you as well. I hope that helped anchor you into what is being rebirthed, remembered through you here and now. And of course, give it time. Give it to settle in. Give yourself time to perhaps recalibrate or calibrate to this new creation. Perhaps it feels big and perhaps it feels small, but don't judge whatever that seed is now, because big or small, the first step. And we're only given what we are ready for. Sometimes when we get the big vision early, we jump in too soon. Hello. And sometimes we judge something as being not important if it feels too quote unquote small. But taking that step may reveal the bigger plan. So remember, it's the both and, it's the duality that we are here to integrate. Nothing is too big or too small because if we can see it, we can create it. And that's the truth. We have been programmed into a realm of limitation and scarcity, and this is exactly what we're here to shift. And our nervous systems can only calibrate so much at once. So be gentle with yourself as you recalibrate or calibrate to a new reality, to the new reality that you are creating for yourself, and to the new reality that you are helping to co create for humanity as a whole. Because as big as this year is, it's also just the beginning. So we have to remember time is also an illusion, and there is a lot that is yet to come. There is a lot that is yet to be revealed. I I'm continually astonished at how little I know as I continue forward on this journey. I'm like, oh, there's a major pause. I hope that didn't that wasn't too jarring. Okay, some my stream is really being interfered with. Oh wow, it was amazing. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that felt so amazing for you. I love nothing more than going through these journeys. There are often commonalities to, moving through the heart space, and that garden of the heart I enter into quite frequently. But the actual details and messages that come through are always new. So, yeah, I actually thought we were going to go through a bit of a different journey, maybe even going into the Earth Star chakra. But actually, it was the heart chakra that wanted to be really focused on today, of course. But also it's all valid and relevant. So yeah, I was tuning into the Earth Star chakra because we really went into the core of Gaia in the activation that I did over the summer with that one. Scorpio. Oh yeah, okay. I have a lot of Scorpio connected with because it's my Pluto, my Saturn, and South node, which even though they're not your big signs that people focus on in astrology, it really having Scorpio placements for all those placements, it's like it's intense. And so that's the healing aspect of my journey that I personally had to really connect deeply with. So that's why I learned a lot about Scorpio. Yeah, you love the eagle sign. Yes, yes, the eagle is a powerful symbol. And I feel that it's symbolic of mastery. And I feel that this is the level that many people are ascending into now is this embodied mastery. And this is what I've been guided to teach, self mastery. And what that is to me is that building of the roof of the temple to be built, the spirit body. Oops, little ding there. Maybe that's just a sign like, yes, ding. That is a beautiful way to perceive it. Thank you. So, what was I saying there? Yes. Okay. So there has been a lot that I have been recalibrating to myself. And one of that is working with this aspect of our humanness, our elemental nature, as we anchor in the divinity, the source codes into the material, remembering that we ourselves are elemental beings made up of the elements, made up of earth, fire, air, and water. We contain our elemental aspects and our elemental nature can help us to become more powerful co-creators, more powerful creators of our reality. So what has been coming through is to really in a more direct way, in a direct manner. Call it magic if you want, but through the anthropomorphized embodiment of these elemental beings as well, from the angelic realms as well as the elemental realms. So the unicorns, the fairies, the dragons, the myrrh, and the phoenix, which came through last summer, both the dragon and the phoenix came through powerfully last summer in this Earth Star activation, which is why I thought maybe that came through today, because of course this is the year of the dragon. Dragons are very elemental beings, but they embody divine will. And this is the template for material reality. So it's really fascinating. More the Gaia. Yeah, I mean, well, Gaia as the higher consciousness of Earth, right? So Gaia is the more ascended aspect of Earth herself. So the divine mother in material form. So she is our mother. She is the divine mother. This core of her, I consider to be the womb space of creation, physical creation. Like as above, so below, right? So as above being the womb, the void space of the cosmos, and quantum looks at the void as the source of all creation, whereas the below would be earth. She is the source of all material creation, like literally the wood and the food and the fire and the water, all of it, right? And without her, we wouldn't be able to exist, obviously. So, and of course, the masculine principle, no life would be possible on Earth either. So we obviously need both. But that's what I mean. I don't know if I'm answering what you're asking specifically with that response, but that's who I mean by Gaia and what I mean by Gaia. And by connecting with Gaia is really connecting with Earth from her highest frequency, her highest source energy codes coming through us. Um, sh- she she is actually, Gaia is like a 70 or higher consciousness. There's a lot of different thoughts on the dimensions that I've been kind of calibrating to right now. So again, like everything that I thought I knew is shifting, and but what is the core thing that I know? We are human and we are divine. So not straying too far from that. So that is how I want to work with these beings and these elements, is to really embody these frequencies and elemental aspects of being from a very practical, tangible perspective, to become very powerful, embodied creators of our reality, allowing divine will to flow through us, and to re to liberate these aspects of ourselves as well, and to re-template into the organic template of creation, because everything has been distorted. So many people have very distorted connections with these other elemental beings, and so to return it to source creation template perspective is what I'm being guided to do. So, Embody Your Inner Mythical Being is an upcoming course that begins now on April 4th, because that was a major recalibration I had to go through as well for many reasons. But my partner in that had to back out. And that was one of the layers of recalibration. But she's like, I feel like this is yours now. So that's kind of what was happening. And with that framework, we will now be working with that water element right after this powerful solar eclipse. So it will help to balance and to process all the emotions that are going to come up to the surface with that very powerful energy that is coming forth. And then May 2nd, the day after Beltane, is the Phoenix energy. Temple 5 is the Phoenix and the Aurora, the new frequency of consciousness that's coming through. We're going to work with both as the ether element. And we're going to resurrect in our fullness as Mars sextiles Pluto, I believe it is, which also brings us into goals, making those goals a reality. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm so happy that you're able to be here live. I was going to say so wonderful that you're here, and I was saying all the things all at once. So when I talk about the aurora, it's kind of this iridescent kind of energy. This, can you see the iridescence? Well, this is an ornament that I happen to have that I just keep out because with, and it's a divine feminine code kind of frequency. So yeah, when we talk about the quantum, how would it link to be linked to Gaia from inside out, from outside to inside? Well, that's a rather technical question. Um, well, um, your zodiac sign is the Aries, two long horns. Yeah, Aries is, we're entering Aries season right now. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So with the birth of the new year is the birth of the new zodiac year, of course, and we're entering this new cycle. According to tropical astrology, it is the time of Aries. And it's this very fiery go 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 initiation energy, so we're working with that right now, 100%. So that's why we literally palpably feel this shift in energy. True sky astrology will say something else, but I believe, and I'm going to get into this in another video, that both are valid on different levels of consciousness and being, and they both serve a purpose for us. So yes, and then to get back into like as above, so below, as within, so without, we are creators and we are also creating with the divine flowing through us. So I believe that Gaia has her own consciousness that is sourced from above and that she is the source of all at the same time. So it is a little bit like, I don't know that I have the words to convey this as eloquently and clearly as I would like to. It's like I can attune to the essence of what I'm trying to say right now, but I'm not sure I have the language for it so clearly right now. From inside out or from outside in. Well, that's just it. Yes, the quantum is all. So it's not an either or, it's a both and. So it's both is the simple answer to that question. Yeah, now that I'm rereading it, that's how I connect with it anyway myself. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Question everything everyone tells you. That's a big message that's been coming through. I just saw 5656, which basically adds up to 1111. So as I said that, discernment is a huge theme for all of us right now. And take everything and connect with it from your heart space. How does it feel for you? And then, keep learning, take in new information, and also allow yourself to release old information that might no longer resonate with you because we don't have the mystery schools. The mysteries are being revealed, but we don't know what's what because there's been a lot of distortion and illusion. So take everything you hear with a grain of salt, and I include myself in that. And trust who I am doing my absolute best to clear all distortion from my fields. That's another thing that I will be sharing more about soon. I kind of alluded to that in another recent video, but and I have cleared that from my template. But at the end of the day, I am going through a rebirth and recalibration of my own as those entanglements have been unwound from me and I am being unbound. So, um, many people think they're channeling source consciousness and, true beings of light, and they're not. There's slight, subtle distortion. And, it's even hard. Oh, thank you. It's even hard to share about some of this because there is interference and distortion even in the technical stuff a lot of the time when you try to talk about this and bring truth to light. But my gene keys are truth and illumination, so I'm not going to stop. But yeah, it's been a fascinating journey for myself, as I know it has been for many. But yeah, like new um new templates, new codes of consciousness are coming in for us to now calibrate to new information, new frequencies. So, again, we're at a rebirth point. So, that I definitely want to emphasize. Anyway, this is now nearly an hour long. So, I really appreciate you all who are here, still here, for tuning in and sharing your beautiful energy with me. I really love to do this. And I hope to do this more often. I, again, am recalibrating and restructuring a lot behind the scenes, and creating new things. And one being this embody your inner mythical being course, which is very much about anchoring in the elemental aspects of who we are as divine co-creators of our reality. So if this speaks to you, you just want to learn more information, the link is in the description. And there should be a discount code still valid. Trying to remember what it is. Magical, I think. Magical. I'll add that below. And it will take 20% off for I don't know what, a little bit longer. I'm like, what date is it? This It's the 20th. Yeah, because I just made the call to extend it because everything just felt like it was a little off timing wise. So anyway, it's really amazing to be in the duality. Yes, yeah, it's so fascinating. Anyway, I am sending you all so much light and love on this journey as we rise together into collective harmony. This is what we are here to birth and co-create. So hold that vision of heaven on earth for the collective as well as you move through this week, because this is a very powerful time. And we have this first eclipse coming up on Monday. So keep that vision strong, not just for yourself, but for the collective as a whole. I so thank you for being willing to do this, to show up for yourself and for humanity. Because when you show up for yourself from a space of integrity and intention to be of service, of highest service, to be a vessel and channel for the divine to flow through you, then you are guided and rewarded and assisted. And at the same time, you are really serving in a powerful way. So even if it's in a small way, quote unquote, like from the outside looking in, your frequency is so important. I think people don't understand the magnitude of importance that frequency holds. So don't forget that. And stay in your truth, embody the light and love that you are. And I know it's easy to fall out of that and fall into frustration sometimes, because I have been experiencing a great deal of that, processing out the old programs and stuff myself. And when I step into this space, when I step into my dharma, it flows through me. It's not about me. It's not about what Amanda wants to do. It's what I know I am here to do, from the perspective of the bigger picture of how can I be of higher service. And the same goes for all of us. So thank you again. And all of my resources are linked below, or you can access all of my resources linked below. I'll link my general website as well, so you know what else is available. There's free stuff and a lot of different layers of things, and more membership stuff coming up. So more to share on that soon. And I am so excited for what is to come. Sending you all so much love. Happy spring equinox. And may your beautiful creations be birthed through the highest truth of light and love. Thank you. Onward and upward in love and light. And I will see you soon. Oh, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I have a lot more to come. Onward and upward in love and light. Thank you all.